Hello, I'm Dr. Ross Walker and welcome to the checkup.
Hello, Dr. Ross Walker and welcome to the checkup. I'd like to introduce you to a really interesting concept called trypanophobia. You'll say, well, what on earth is trypanophobia? Well, trypanophobia is a very common phobia that about 10% of the population have. And you know what it is? It's fear of needles. And many people who say they're vaccine hesitant are probably just sufferers of trypanophobia. So going on around the world now is some really innovative stuff. One of the things is talking about nasal vaccines. Now, I think nasal vaccines are a really important way of approaching a respiratory infection. Why? Because the nose and the mouth are the way a lot of these respiratory infections get into your system. You interact with somebody who's got a bad cold or has got COVID or has got influenza, they sneeze or cough in your direction, you breathe it in, it goes in that way. So the Chinese have developed these interesting nasal vaccines for COVID. They've done a trial where they exposed mice. They gave them the nasal vaccine, exposed the mice to COVID. None of the mice that were given the vaccine nasally died from COVID, but all of the mice that were exposed to COVID who were not given the nasal vaccine, the intranasal vaccine, none of them survived. So this is a really, really promising thing for all of you trypanophobes out there, but it appears that the nasal vaccine may be even more effective than having the jab. And I'm sick and tired of the term of jabs in arms. I've got to say that drives me nuts, that term. But that aside, I don't know anyone who actually enjoys having a needle, but many people are so significantly trypanophobic, they just can't stand the thought of being injected. So these nasal vaccines, I think, are the way of the future. And there's some other ways of administering vaccines I'll talk about in another checkup very soon. So that's the checkup. We'll talk to you next week.